if you're struggling with inconsistency, here is what you need to do, not only on a weekly basis, but also a daily basis. For example, I have somebody that lost their job and he wasn't able to train with me for a few weeks. And he was amazed at how much strength he lost over 3 weeks. Now, yes, he's going to be able to gain it back a lot quicker because he has that foundation built. But if you don't use it, you lose it. I'm sorry to say. That's why strength is so commendable to have and to maintain and to progress with, right? Because it's not easy. Now, the other thing is, if you're starting to be consistent, say you have, like for me, starting up a new routine is probably the most challenging thing to do because it takes you out of your normal routine or habits, whether those are good, bad, detrimental, or otherwise, right? So what you need to do is set a minimum viable day. Now, that might include walking for 5 minutes and drinking a glass of water. It depends where you're at, right? And it depends where your standards are. A minimum viable day for me might be something like a 20-minute workout, eating 2 high-quality meals, and walking for 20 minutes, or sleeping 6 hours. Again, minimum viable day. Not your perfect day that you draw up on your calendar that you can never stick to, but something you can actually do and stay consistent with. Because what that does is it takes away the wall that you have to break through to start gaining new momentum again. By continuing with your minimum viable day, you have momentum. You're not at a loss. Like, sure, it might not be a 10 out of 10 day, but a 5 out of 10 day twice a week is just as good as a 10 out of 10 day, more or less, right? So giving yourself that minimum viable day, just like when you're in business, you're putting out a minimum viable product. It's like, all right, let's put this out there, see how well it works, and then we refine and improve over time as we gain capital, resources, other investments, or other information from that initial thing, right? So if you're having a minimum viable workout, sometimes that's just going in and hitting workouts or lifts that you know you can hit, and then reassessing, adjusting, so then your next workout is even better. But I think having a minimum viable day or even a minimum viable week. I will work out, say I'll lift at least twice a week, maybe sometimes as much as 4 or something like that, right? So having your standards, having your minimum viable day or minimum viable week, and you can apply this to other things, right? Maybe it's with your business or with your relationships or with your hobbies, whatever it may be. If you're trying to learn guitar and you don't practice, so instead of practicing an hour every single day, if that's not sustainable, do it for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes each day. Or say you're going to do it for an hour twice a week, right? The same thing applies in many different areas of your life. I think you just need to prioritize them and know what your standard is, have that minimum viable day or week, and that's going to help you progress with more effort, or progress with more results in less time, making sure you're getting the most efficient use of your effort. Let's go.